The SEC wiped out the uptick rule in one of the great bull markets ever after a very small comment period. And it's a slippery slope because you were allowed to sell ETFs down. And, we'll look back at the period, and there'll be hearings on this period, and I'll be called to testify, and I will say, you know what, they shouldn't have allowed it. And at that point, after the hearings, they'll bring it back, and that will be fine. A lot of destruction will have occurred. But, I just thought it would be better to try to prevent the destruction. The same way that last year I felt like, well, I've got to say that they don't know anything and that they have no idea how bad things are. And, I'm not looking for a pat on the back. I know myself when I'm right. But the idea that the short sellers are not attacking stocks, well, I sure hope they are.
Right, this is their territory.
Yeah, one of the things I really want to make the point here is that if I were short and I weren't doing these things, I would be out of my mind. I'm not saying that it's very interesting because they confuse it with volatility. I am saying that if I were a hedge fund manager, if I quit TheStreet.com and I quit CNBC, I would be in there selling every single share of Washington Mutual, hitting all the bids down, trying to get it to 8, and then see what the consequences are, but not do it myself, because rumoring is still a violation of 10b-5, so I'd never do that. But if I weren't doing that, then why aren't I? I have a fiduciary duty to break some of these stocks if I can, in order to cover, get my short in. So the people who say, well, he doesn't know what he's talking about, my question to them is, why aren't they doing this then?
Don't they want to make money?
Yeah, I gave them the blueprint. It's my blueprint that I used for years when I had to do puts, but I couldn't use the common firepower. So, stop trying to silence me. Recognize that I'm doing what you're doing, and just say, hey, it's fine. Listen, all's fair in love. If Lehman Brothers were healthy, I wouldn't be able to knock it down. But don't say that you didn't knock it down, for heaven's sake. Take credit.
All right.
I'm sure that someone would say, well, Jim, that's manipulation. And what I'm saying is that, no, I just want you to shut up and stop trying to get me to shut up.
We don't want you to shut up, Jim.
I ain't going to shut up. Are you kidding me?
It's not good for us here at TheStreet.com. or for
I actually don't care if it's good for TheStreet.com or not. I don't care. I know it's right.
Yes.
I don't care if the public hates it. I just know it's right. I know it's right because it's how I made my living. Although
Look, you were the one calling all of this disaster back in August. You were the one, calling out the Fed.
I've been really negative. Forever. I've made some mistakes. I did say you could keep your money at bear, which was right, and then said the common's worthless. But, I've pointed out in these videos over and over again, I'm very easy to make fun of. I make broad statements. People don't want that. But my broadest statement ever was that the financial system was going to be in collapse if they didn't move. And I know that was right. Am I waiting for the Journal to say it's right? No, I'm not stupid. Why should? It's not in the Journal's interest to say that. It would help TheStreet.com. Why would they want to do that? It would help CNBC. It's owned by Fox. So I can't look for affirmation. But I do like to be right.
You like the truth.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jim Cramer. This is Wall Street Confidential. I like that. This is TheStreet.com TV. Don't go away.